Yo, what's going on, everybody? Collision Works here. Welcome to our OSU offensive guide. Today, boys, we're going to be focusing on the meta, breaking down bunch, halfback, strong. We'll be leaving the website for CFB.fan. It's basically just MUT.GG, but in college form. In case you guys want to use this formation in another playbook, you guys can scout through and find what offense fits you the best and hopefully be able to take some of these concepts with you. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and begin. All right, guys, so to begin, we're going to be talking about play action wide receiver in. Now, this is my go-to base play, as we can beat cover 3, cover 4 drop. You can beat palms as well, because we will be putting our running back out and having 4 receivers on the same side of the field. And we can also beat cover 2. I know everything beaters are a little clickbaity, but if there's such a thing, I would put this play in there. So let's go ahead and start here with cover 3, and then we'll go ahead audible to cover 2 and cover 4. And then, of course, we'll audible to palms. Alrighty, guys, for this play, I do prefer this on the short side of the field, so just keep that in mind as we proceed forward. Like I was saying, this is going to be our setup here against cover 3. Boys, all we're going to be doing here is putting B on a streak, and then we're going to be putting our running back on a table. This is going to allow us to hit our tight end underneath if they stay in their purple. If their user isn't vigilant, we can hit our backside dig by X, and then of course we have a nice high-low here by the table route and the wheel on the short side of the field. So if they are in a base purple, we can go ahead and just throw this to our running back here and get our easy yards. You're going to have that same look basically with the tight end on the left side. If they elect to go with a hard flat with their cover 3, so it looks like this, we can go ahead and hit our wheel by RB. So again, it's just a streak and a table route. Then if that safety comes and plays the hard flat, we can go ahead and hit our wheel on the sideline, possession this for some easy yards. Now, if their user is out of position on this play, we can go ahead and attack the middle. So let's say they user the left of screen linebacker here and they go ahead and play the tight end. I'll just do a man assignment here just so we can kind of see what that would look like. We can go ahead and hit X here, this part of the play. Right there, we go ahead and pass lead behind him. That way we can avoid that vertical hook. And listen, if they're going to use the right side linebacker, we can go ahead and just throw that dig later in the play where it's going to be open on the right. So I'll go ahead and cut and just show you guys what I'm referring to here. So if they were to go ahead and use this linebacker to the tight end, we can go ahead and do the same exact thing and then just throw our X receiver a little later. Kind of in that portion of the field. I got smacked, but that's where you're going to want to throw it. Now against cover 2, basically if they're playing a cloud, we can go ahead and hit our table underneath, and if they play a hard flat, we can go ahead and hit our wheel. So here to start, I'll go ahead and show this against a cloud flat, and you guys can go ahead and see your running back is going to get open, and then potentially sometimes you can get a block by your wheel, and then of course you're going to have your tight end as well that I can go ahead and show you. Again, we are in cloud flats, kind of later in the play right here towards the left side seam. You can go dump it off to your tight end, and then if they elect to run a hard flat here, we can go ahead and hit our wheel by RB. Safety comes down for the table, we go ahead and hit our wheel over the top. Alrighty, guys, now for cover 4, and I guess I'll just go ahead and do cover 4 palms. Because we have 4 receivers on the short side in this strong formation, that will turn off matching principles as long as we have all the 4 receivers running a route on the short side of the field. So if we go ahead and do the same exact setup, you guys are going to see the palms will not start. It will go ahead and convert the defense to a cover 4 drop. So you guys see all of the players go right back into position. Right here, we're able to hit our dig. And then, of course, on the right side, if they're not playing a hard flat, we can go ahead and hit our table route by the running back as well. So here you go. Go ahead, dump it off, get some easy yards there. And then if they go hard flat, like we were saying, we can go ahead and hit our wheel just like we would in a cover 3. Let's step up here, go deliver it, and we are golden. So as you guys see, because we have the 4 receivers on that side, basically looks like a cover 4. And when we're on the short side here, we have that B receiver pulling those 2 deep zones up the field, basically throwing that ball just like we would against cover 3. Alright, guys, and since we are in palms here on defense, I'll go ahead and show you guys, if you need to motion your running back, how to beat palms deep. We'll go ahead and put our running back here on the left side slot. We're going to put him on a corner. Finally, we're going to put RB on a corner and have this double corner out of the inside. And then we're going to leave our drag here by the tight end. That's going to give us a nice high-low with our X dig and our tight end. And then as long as nobody rubs super crazy, we should get B open over the top, as right there, the purple actually does a good job jamming them. But I'll go ahead and show you guys this one more time. What we're looking for here is number 1, B to get open once he crosses the face of the corner matched to him. So for this example, guys, just so we're not caught up in here forever, I'm going to go ahead and just spy my defense. That way you guys can see what this is supposed to look like in game. In game, you're not going to get as much rubbing as practice mode. It's very similar to Madden, how practice mode just has a little more quirks about it. So please be patient with me here. So you guys see, once B crosses the face of the defender, we can go ahead and freeform this. And if you guys have speed, this is going to be a pretty consistent beater. Obviously here with OSU, I think our max speed receiver is going to be 92, but you'll still get a good shot there if you have some decent speed. And then of course, with that match in mind, we can also hit our corner here on the right side of the field. And then we'll have our dig and our A tight end open towards the middle. So right here, we go ahead and hit our corner, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys cut to the, or I'll cut and show you guys the rest of the play. Okay. Show you guys the dig here, like so. So we get some options that are pretty deep, and then they're all kind of in spots where we can really stretch out the user, where if we do have the speed over the top against the DB, we can go ahead and hit our post. If we see that our slot receiver on the right gets a good cut on his corner route, we can go and throw that to the sideline. And then if the user wants to play over the top or follow the tight end underneath, we can go ahead and hit our X and route in the middle. And again, this is against palms. Other than that, I'm kind of keeping my running back in the backfield to the strong side. Alrighty guys, and up next here against cover 3, we're going to be talking about drive. Now for this play, boys, we do want our bunch on the far side of the field. So since I haven't respot the ball, I'll just go ahead and flip this here, and this would be up against cover 3. Now guys, for this setup, all we're going to be doing here is putting our tight end on a flat and putting our running back on a corner route. So this is going to be the play here. We get a nice high-low down the middle that we can hit our post deep later in the play. And then we have a nice little underneath option with our drag. And then, of course, with no one really running to that left side of the field, that outside third is going to peel more upfield, allowing our corner to get open by the running back. So to start here, go ahead and show you guys RB, he gets open here, and then late in the play, we can go ahead and possession catch our post, given the user isn't following us. If he is, that's cool. We can always hit our running back here on his corner, as my play has glitched yet again, but we're back in, don't worry. So if we can find time here in the pocket and hit Y right around that area of the field right there. Listen, if they are going to play a little off, just go ahead and hit your tight end. I'm just trying to show you guys the deeper option, but still, this can be a really nice play with our double underneath option with our drag here on the right. And then we have our tight end here who's obviously wide open. We need to make this throw if the defense looks like this. But if this zone is playing underneath, we can go ahead and hit our running back in this area of the field, given this defender is on the tight end. So just keep this in mind. Nice little high-low here. Should have hit the tight end. Bad read by me, but you guys get the point. Nice option for us. Though I wouldn't recommend it, this is what it's going to look like against a cover 4 drop if you guys have a misread or if you guys just want to run it against this coverage. I wouldn't recommend this play against cover 4, but if you have a misread, just want you guys to see what this is going to look like. I will shade underneath here just so you guys can see how the running back gets open. We'll go ahead and snap here and go ahead and pay attention to Y. You guys see we can go ahead and just pass lead this to the outside. That outside quarter will still play upfield, allowing him to get open. And if they have their zone drop set, or if that purple is playing off, just hit your tight end. This is what the post looks like as well. You guys see drag can get open late, and then our post can get open down the middle. I mean, hell, maybe I will recommend it against cover 4. Just really depends on how that user's playing, but it still can be a pretty decent play for us. Alright guys, now going up against cover 2, we're going to be running mesh flat spot, and we're going to have our bunch here on the far side of the field. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this and have them running to the far side. Now for this play, guys, I will talk about default zone coverages, but I also want to talk about 30-yard flat zones. So let's get right into it. Now guys, to start, I'm going to go ahead and reset my play. That way the 30-yard zone drop does not happen, and show you guys what we're going to do against a base cover 2. Against the base cover 2, we're going to go ahead and motion our running back to the short side of the field, put him on a wheel and streak RB. Now finally, you can put your B receiver on a slant or leave him on the drag. I personally like the slant, but it's kind of up to you and how you want to go about going up against a stock cover 2. As I didn't put my running back on a wheel, I accidentally put him on a flat. This is what your play art's supposed to look like. So against a stock cover 2, we're going to be looking for X, seeing that that zone drop is not falling back. We'll go ahead and hit our receiver here underneath the safety as that streak is pulling the deep half. Now, going up against a hard flat, real quick, we're going to pause and tell you guys one quick defensive tip. If you have your flats set to 30, having them shaded underneath will get them to 30 quicker. So real quick, I'm just going to snap the ball here with just the streak. And I want you guys to pay attention to that left side cloud, who is set to 30. You guys see he's just not dropping back as he should, and we're able to just easily throw this over the top of him. Now, if I shade my coverage underneath, and you guys see now they're in hard flats, if we do the same exact setup here with our go route by RB, you guys see that corner is going to drop all the way back and play this. So just know, if you guys are running zone drops on defense from the flat, you guys need to be aware that you do, as of now, as it's glitched, need to shade underneath to get them to drop back accordingly. And guys, if we know that they are in their 30-yard zone drops and they're shaded underneath so they actually get back, all we're going to do, again, is just put our running back on a wheel. But this time what I like to do is go ahead and put our B receiver on a deep dig. So your player should look like this. And if you get just a little bit of time, your wheel will develop and you guys can go ahead and throw this over the flat. Now right there, I had an inaccurate pass, but just know that's kind of that portion of the field that you're going to go ahead and hit this guy over top of the flat. So I'll go to this one more time. See A open underneath. I mean, right there, my life is just getting shedded before I know it. But just know, with your bunch on the far side, you will have your tight end underneath here to the short side. And then depending on where their user is coasting, you'll have your dig coming to the middle of the field. And then honestly, boys, sometimes this corner route still just gets over the top because these zone drops are just glitched. Sometimes they just don't get back like they should. So if you guys are watching this a few months from now, just make sure you are labbing this and trying it out. But just know, as of now, you can still get this guy open some plays over the top. Now, I still would like to show this to you guys one more time, so I'm going to shade underneath and try and make this throw here with my wheel. If our quarterback can hit it, Kenny, right there we go. Still an inaccurate pass, but you guys see where this guy's going to get open. When there's no real deep player in that vicinity, sometimes those clouds can kind of drift off towards the middle of the field, and that's when we're taking advantage of it with this wheel. So just keep this in mind as you guys proceed. And listen, if their user sucks, you guys can always kind of just use verticals to combat a cover 2. I'm not going to show that, but you guys know how to run verticals. All right, guys, up next, we're going to be talking about beating cover 2 man. Then we're going to talk about going up against the 3-3-0 double mug blitz. So let's go ahead and talk about man coverage first. To start, we'll go ahead and let's go run PA wide receiver in. I adjusted a lot out of this, but PA wide receiver in is definitely probably going to be our best play to start, just so we don't have to make too many adjustments. And then we'll go ahead and run 3-3 overs cover 2 man. Alrighty, guys, against cover 2, we're going to have this with our bunch on the far side of the field. For this setup, guys, all we're going to be doing here is putting RB on a corner, and we are going to put our running back here on a Texas route. So this is going to be your play art. I know it looks like there's probably going to be some rubbing. Actually, we do a pretty good job here. So we're going to go ahead and snap. You guys see drags do really good this year against man coverage. So if that option is there right off the bat, take it. You'll get an easy 20 yards with your tight end. And then, of course, we have our dig on the left side of the field that can do a really good job. As you guys see right there, he gets a great beat off the start of the snap. And right there, I forced it. I was under pressure. I just wanted to try to display it. But that route late in the play can do a really good job once he gets across the middle of the field. You guys see this portion of the field is wide open, and this corner, if he's getting bagged like he is right now, he's still going to pull that defender away from our dig to help give him some clearance. Right here, I had to pass lead up because I was under pressure, but typically pass leading it to the side he's running is going to be the best option for you. Now, of course, we have our tight end Texas. So if their user is MIA, we can go ahead and hit our Texas route by the running back and get some easy yards. And then, like I said, if you guys have a good receiver at the RB position, he's not always just a pulling route of that man coverage defender. He can do a really good job beating his man as well, as we're going to try and hit him right here. I mean, he's just getting caged, bro. If you guys need RB to be an option for you, you guys can always just put him on a zig to help complement him. There's nothing short going to the right from the left side, so we can always just put him on a zig and allow him to get open underneath. Just know, it might, well, honestly, there's nothing to know. Zigs are great too. So drag and a zig combo is going to be very deadly. And then if their user is asleep, your Texas is going to be open. If they have a good user, you may want to change up with your running back on the Texas, because a good user will be able to bag the Texas and then go ahead and play the X dig. So just kind of know your opponent and see how you want to go about it. But this combo right here can be just as good as the corner route. Really just depends on what type of receiver you have. Alrighty guys, now going up against the Mid Blitz 0 out of the 3-3 double mug. For this play, I like to run play action bunch shot. Now the reason we're doing this is because we are kind of able to block our tight end here. He will release over time and is not the best blocking assignment, but out of the Cowboys playbook, this is going to be the only play where you even have a chance out of the pass to have your tight end blocking, so that's why we choose to run it. Now, the defensive setup for this blitz, in case you guys don't know, is going to be to pinch your defensive line and then crash them. Now, typically what you're going to see is people are either going to use her right over the top of the center, and they're going to want that check mark over their head, or they're going to play on the guard above the running back and kind of scrape if the running back goes to the flat in hopes that the lineman will try to engage with them rather than the defensive end. Now, typically what you're going to see here is if I just go ahead and snap this ball against 5 out, they're basically going to try and get us, or try to get an A gap, excuse me, for their defense. Right there, it comes off the edge, still good pressure. But what we're going to do to combat this is slide our offensive line, full slide to the left, and then ID opposite while you block your running back. Now, right now, we are blocking a lot, but this is kind of the best I've had. This blitz is really inconsistent, which makes it really hard to block because sometimes pressure can come off the right edge. It can come through an A gap. It can come through the left side edge. So blocking everyone is kind of just my formula against really good people, or really good players rather, who are taking advantage of this blitz currently. So the routes I like to pair with this protection is going to be some type of quick zig, typically by the outside receiver. If I want anything that's breaking to the inside, I will go ahead and put either RB or B on a short cross, which is one of the new routes. I like the short cross because it kind of gets just as good separation from man as a drag would, but if your opponent is doing the double hard flat by the defensive ends, they're still going to be able, for the most part, to get over top of that and still be able to beat their man defender. So this is kind of what my offense is going to look like, as I need to go ahead scale to go ahead and correct it. As I said, I know we're blocking a lot, but this is what I like to do to just try and throw some hot dots and get them out of this blitz. If you have enough time after adjusting, I would recommend putting X on a post that's hot routed, but I understand for everyone that may not be an option. But as you guys see, if we go and snap the ball here, we're going to be able to pick up this blitz and have some type of quick throw underneath. And really, that's kind of all I'm looking for. As you guys see, we get a huge play there of those little quick, easy throws to get us big yards to get them out of this formation. Currently, right now, I'll probably have some plays on screen now against a game we had earlier where the dude literally had like a 90 overall secondary. It was crazy, and we were still able to absolutely decimate this blitz and still get over the top at times. So you guys will see I put some post routes kind of mixed in, but I really stayed true to the short cross and the zig. I really think that those are the best with our running back and tight end blocked going up against this mid blitz. Like I said, it's a very inconsistent blitz, which makes it really good for the defense because you really don't know where pressure is going to come from, which can make it difficult to stop. But this is what I'm doing right now. If I find another formula or anything game-changing, I'll make sure to immediately put it in the Discord or on the YouTube Shorts for you guys as well. For now, I really think this is probably where I'm going to put a pause on bunch halfback strong. I do think for now, I'm probably going to proceed forward with this Cowboys offense. So if you guys have any recommendations of what you'd like to see out of this, just let me know. And apologies that I've kind of jumped around in offenses. If you guys have been keeping up with me on the Discord or here on YouTube, it's just the start of the new year. You kind of got to explore everything. And if I find something I like that I think is appropriate to go up here, I got to post it because it might click with some people out there. So stay patient with me. I'll probably jump around again. But as of now, really like the bunch halfback strong. Hope you guys found this video beneficial, and good luck in your seasons as you guys run this offense. Take it easy, boys. See you guys in the next one. Peace.